Anyways, welcome to my favorite session of my all climbing, just a normal simple moonboard session. And my lights are not working right now, but should be fine. It's just a simple warming up right now that I'm doing. I already did my hangboarding and semi pull-ups to warm up a bit, so I'm selecting the easier 5 right now. Should be no problem. Nice. I don't know, I guess it's kind of nice sometimes to remember the problem without the lights. I fell, I'm sorry. Oh, almost forgot. That was good. Now, in between most to maybe all my attempts, give or take, I am using this nice sanding block to sand down my skin, make it nice and smooth. If you guys haven't tried it yet, go to Lowe's, Home Depot. Really nice, relatively cheap. Mine's a 60 grit. I will say though, trying to remember all these problems without the lights, kind of sucks, if I'm being honest. All right, how do I want to do this? Oh my god. I guess the only issue right now is I'm not 100% warmed up, but I am pretty psyched. So between each of my attempts, because I'm choosing problems that are easier for me, that will look easier, and I'm hypothesizing it should take me less than 3 goes. Oh, that was not easy. Oh gosh. So lately I've been trying to climb over my legs, and basically all that means is focusing on hitting the corners. Like even when I have my foot straight on like this, I'll try to have it to the left or the right of it, never exactly straight on. Because having my foot on the corner, it feel like I get a little bit more friction and register. So that's what I've been working on when it comes to my moonboarding. On that attempt, I have placed my foot here. I'm gonna try to place another higher one just to elevate my body a little bit more, and that should make the next hole a lot more reachable. Honestly, some of my favorite holds on the moonboard are these yellow ones, just because there's enough friction to make it kind of stick a little bit, but it's also not so frictiony that it just completely rips my skin apart. So I do really like climbing on these yellow ones. I'm also slightly surprised at how good I am at remembering this board even without the lights, because I climbed on it so much. But this time, instead of yucking for this hold, which was a totally bad move, I'm gonna bring my right foot up, and hopefully that helps conserve my energy enough for the top. I'm gonna try that again. Okay, I basically realized I'm just being lazy in my climbing, and I'm not actively pulling, I'm just holding. And so, let me start to actively pull. You know what, the hayaki method is just easier. My leg is like pushing me away from the wall. My fingers are actually a little bit restless at the moment. Like they just, because I don't think they're 100% warmed up yet, and they really want to get to that full level warming up. So they just want to squeeze really hard at the moment. But I'm being like lazy, and I don't want to squeeze super hard at the moment because in my head, this isn't that hard of a problem. Oh, I'm so dumb. I could have flashed it, but I decided to switch my feet. So because I am a bit of a completionist, only when it comes to the MoonBoard, I must start them all with a seated start. Even though that means sometimes this hold right here and this row of holds is really hard to reach to. Alrighty. First move. Easy. All right, I think I'll move on to the hard ones. So the problem behind me is fetal alcohol. Obviously, you can't see it, but it's been shutting me down for about 3-4 sessions now, over the span of a while. And it's always interesting to go back to a problem that shut you down because you're like, oh, well, training should have been paid off. And then you do horrible, you're like, well, oh, what's the point of all this training I've been doing? Let's play. Oh, fuck. Training pays off. I never caught that move before. What basically happened with my right hand is it went here instead of here on the yellow hole, so I was off by a digit. If I caught my right hand there, would have went. I forgot that this white hold existed, so instead of yucking from here to here, I'll go here, intermediate, bump. And this should be no more problem after that. And I think this will be the hardest MoonBoard problem I've done. Not in terms of grade-wise, obviously, but just generally the hardest MoonBoard problem I've done. And now I just start to question whether that was the correct beta or not. So I figure out what the issue is. I'm being lazy, as always. So instead of just pulling with my right hand when I yuck for the black hole, I'm gonna start to incorporate my left hand a little bit more. Intermediate. Well, now that I've done it, it doesn't feel too hard. Let me tell you, the hayaki with the help of the left hand made that move so much easier. It's amazing what happens when you pull with 2 hands instead of 1, you know? So I remember this problem giving me problems, but that was me from about 2 weeks ago, and the me of today should be stronger as evidence of the previous sin. So I'm actually going to this one with quite a lot of confidence. And if I don't do it, then I'm just slightly remiss in those regards with a totally schmuck suck. Where does my feet go? I don't know. Where does my feet go? Okay, that was my fault. I forgot where my feet went. Actually, looking back on the footage, my feet were exactly where they're supposed to be. I was literally just remiss in those regards. So, but this time I now got it locked in. The top move still feels hard though, so that sucks. You know what I'm gonna do? Instead of trying to keep my body in front of me when I get the black hold, I'm just gonna arch the shit on my back. Alrighty? I'm gonna hit the black hold. I'm gonna arch the living daylights out of my back. And by doing so, hopefully that balances out my center of mass, preventing me from swinging off. Oh, that's not it, cheese. Alrighty, I'll try one more method. It's called, once I get my left hand on the white, I'll just bump it up against the black. I got that from a nice comment. All right. Oh. You know, I think that would have went if I did that when I was a little bit stronger. Okay, I've chosen one that I thought would be a little bit easier looking, just to make myself feel a little bit better about what happened last time. I wonder if it's right hand or right, left, left. Right now I'm going left, hayak, hold the swing. I'm gonna commit to the hayak one more time before I switch. So normally when I hold this holder, I normally just take it as a 3-finger drag, just because I like, I'm really good at 3-finger drags, but I think if I take my time a little bit, I'll get 4 fingers on it and kind of this open hand position, which I'm also really good at. So this time I'm gonna try to go for that 4-finger action as opposed to just my normal 3-finger drag, and maybe that'd be better. That felt pretty good, but the catch was not. All right, right hand, left hand catch. This should be easy. I just gotta go right hand first. The beta is gonna be right, left, bump, recycle, up, left, left. Let me just try this move in ISO. Okay, that will go. I just need to not be lazy about it. So currently, I guess the only issue with this problem for me is normally I really like to take this yellow hold with my right hand in the undercling all the time. But if I go right hand up, I have to take it from on top with my left hand, just crimping it. And I freaking hate doing that. It feels really not powerful for me at all. I want to undercling it every single time I hold it, but undercling the left hand feels atrocious. Ah, oh God, this feels awful on my left hand. That bar is shit. Oh my God. Okay, well, I got the catch. That works. Next move is gonna suck. Now, though I am quite ecstatic I managed to get the catch, I realized with right hand here, left hand will not go there unless I'm super strong. So I'm going back to the good left hand here, right hand cross beta. Oh. Oh, that's so much easier. Okay. You know, I think I forgot what the issue is. Issue is I keep trying to use 4 fingers on this hold, and now I'm just gonna go back to my nice comfy 3-finger drag. And that should work. I will carry on without you. Oh yeah, 3-finger drag. You know, when you climb your hardest, you just gotta stick to your strength all day long. All right, I've chosen one I believe to be easier. Yeah, just because I need to cool down my fingers a little bit before I try something particularly hard again. This one is here, 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 white, white, white. So for me, this hold right here is kind of weird because as you can see, it's triangular. Now you could take it as kind of like this side pull undercling or like just this sideways upwards crimp. And I'm really going more for this, even though I think it should be like this. I'm gonna commit to this. Last time I was like semi-committed, but this time I'll just hit 4 fingers on top or 3 fingers, and that should make it easier. Maybe I'm supposed to do like a little toe hook. Heel first. Slightly upset at myself just because it's not a hard problem, quote unquote. I'm just being really extra lazy about it. So for this next attempt, I'm just gonna really yuck myself into the wall, and hopefully that'll be enough to stop the barn door action. Okay, that second move is definitely the crux. So I'm at a point where I'm so infatuated with MoonBoard that I would look at the problems while I'm at home doing absolutely nothing, just because I imagine myself climbing on the wall before I actually get here. And I've basically been doing that every single night now, which is pretty, you know, cool. Oh. Oh my God, okay. What is it first? Is it there, 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 and then there? Okay, I think I just misread the beta. You see, in my head, it was supposed to be right, left, left again, but I think it's just right, left, right, right, recycle, bump. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, maybe I'll do a double clutch. So I played around with it a little bit and I found out that my issue is I just need to lock off my right arm like I'm strong. That should be no problem. Fuck. Okay, that's doable. Okay, so now the plan is relatively simple. When I get my left hand gassed on, I'm going to use my right hand to help push myself over instead of trying to reach for it right away. And in doing so, with the right hand pushing down, the left hand pulling down, right foot dragging myself over, this problem should be not that bad. Okay, check this out. If I catch this hold right here in 3-finger drag, that puts my wrist position in a better position to bring my right foot here. But if I catch it in 4 with 4 fingers on it, it makes my wrist into this position, which makes it harder for me to bring my right foot there. So the solution is simple. I'm gonna catch it in 3, bring my feet over, readjust, pop into 4, and home sweet home. Plan fail successfully. I actually feel pretty good about that last sin I did because I'm not a really shouldery move type of guy. And when I caught that last hold too, I thought I was gonna fall, but oh, I'm getting stronger. That could be a fear thing because if you take a look right there, there's no paddage there. And the finish hole is right there, so I could theoretically swing onto the hard floor. And that's not fun. I asked for help and got the lights to work again, which should make this problem much easier now. Oh, that was scary. All right, I'm almost done with my MoonBoard section. I'm a little bit tired now. So I'm just gonna try to pick off a couple easy ones. I looked at this one and I'm just hoping it's easy. Oh, you're serious? Let me chalk up. All right, second attempt. Or more like technically third attempt because I dabbed the first one. Alrighty.
But I know they won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive into you. And maybe I tried, but what can I do? And it will be alright to let me down. I'd rather we try than let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive.
Oh. Oh my God. I had to moon kick right here because I was too tired to switch feet. Glad that worked out. So the last problem I tried, excruciatingly hard. This one, I don't think I'll be able to do it, but it just looks fun. The first move looks like V6 by itself, if I'm to be honest. Yeah, that looks hard.
It was only one night, only that
Oh, that's so hard. So right now I'll be doing my one arm pull-up work. I'm not super strong, but the way I like to do it is I'll just do the top of range of motion for 3 reps per arm. Just like that. Left arm is always a little bit stronger. And doing it this way, I feel like I'm actually working it without, you know, having to assist myself too much, which is honestly the way I prefer to do it. Because sometimes when I'm using like a band or any form of assistance, it just feels like the offhand is helping way too much. So I'd rather be able to do like 2 inches of motion by myself than the full thing using like a band. Of course, I don't think it's a bad way of working it either. Of course, I'm gonna do push-ups just because I find doing push-ups really helps my elbow not get too wonky. I think today, my first set, I'll do 50 because I've been a bit lazy. And then the rest probably just be like 40 or 30.
So why didn't you call? So many years gone by, but I think about you all the
Easy work. So I'll rest anywhere between like 5 to 8 minutes per round of that. And as I start to get, and normally my second set of these is my best. So as I start to get a little bit better, I'll start to lower the angle of my arm a little bit. Ooh. And my left arm is obviously, well, it's not obviously, but it's my strongest arm. I'll show you why in a minute. That wasn't the reason why. Oh God. And I'm trying to pull as hard as I can, obviously, but sometimes nothing happens. But the idea here is to continuously try to produce force. Let me show you something real quick. So I don't know, you could see it on the camera, but you take a look, my right bicep is actually a lot shorter than my left bicep. And therefore I have a lot more left bicep than I do right bicep, and hence my one arm pulling strength on my left arm is much stronger than my right. Can you see the difference? I thought I'd go ahead and try to do something I've never done before, which is 2 sets of 50 push-ups. I've never done that before. I know there's a time where I did like 8 sets of 40, but 2 sets of 50 is like something else. I know they got a bit sloppy, but I'm still really happy with that. Now I've recently added some just normal lock-offs, but when I'm locking off, I'm trying to add a little bit of a pulse, so I'll hold it, try to go up, down, for as long as I can, and it's surprisingly hard, and I'll do 3 per side. And I find this is another way for me to do one arm work with a little bit of motion in, because as much as I like isometrics, which I really don't like that much except when I'm hangboarding, just that little bit of motion right there makes it a lot more enjoyable for me to do. And it makes the motion like almost 100 times harder, if not 10,000. It's not going up that's the hard part, inherently speaking. It's catching your weight on the way down. That's the hard part. Anyways, I'm gonna do a couple sets of those, maybe work out a little bit more, do a little bit more climbing. If you want to see a video that's very similar to this, it's probably here or here. If you want to see a video about tips for climbing, it's here or here. See you next time.